Hi. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. It's me, Aquatica 9. Hi. Hey. It's been a while. It's been a while since I last streamed. Probably like 8 days or so. Because I don't check that shit. But just been having a shit week. Won't elaborate further, but it happens to the best of us, or something like that. At least that's what they'll tell you. Mostly just sickness. I don't know. The changing of seasons is fucking up my life. But enough about that. Hi. Hello. It is once again the middle of the night, and I am here to read you stories. Well, read you the life and suffering of Sir Bronte, the times of the fall of the blessed Archnean Empire. If I remember correctly, last time we were here, we are now getting blackmailed? I don't know. More like indentured servitude. But except that I don't think we get paid. Actually, we do get paid. We have a business. Let's see, let's see. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? I'm back a little further than I thought. Okay, yeah, never mind. This is all stuff that we already checked out. Yeah, this is all our stats. So yeah, just to recap, the years of your youth are at an end. The time has come to leave the capital behind and return to your family and new business in your hometown of Anazote. The years away from home were full of tumult and hardship. Had you chosen a different lot, it all could have been different. All you can do now is walk the path you've chosen. So yeah, if I remember correctly, oh, the rain is too loud. Allow me to just turn it down because I can do that. Trust me, it's one of my skill sets. I am no liar. I have never fibbed. I am not trolling. What was her name? What was the name of that girl? What was her name? I am not trolling. I am. Hmm. Okay, this is gonna bother me. Give me a moment. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Boxy. That's what it was. I am not trolling. I am Boxy, you see. I I don't know why it was gonna bother me that much, but whatever. Now we're here. If I remember correctly, last time we got caught because they blackmailed Sophia or Sophie. I think it's Sophia. Blackmailed Sophia and forced us to disband our revolutionary covenant. Sucks. Sucks. Sorry, let me take a sip of water so that I can get into a proper reading voice. You have no idea how much preparation goes into these reading streams. Like when I tell you that I pull out all the fucking stops in order to do these reading streams, that's why they are so few and far between. Besides the fact that I get sick so often recently, it's like my reading voice gets fucked up. Like I get like the tiniest cold, but like it's like a cold that affects my throat every single time, and I don't really get it. Like it's not really like sniffles or like a headache or anything like that. It's specifically like my throat is completely fucking blocked, and that sucks. That sucks a lot. But yes, there's a humidifier. I have my AC set to the perfect temperature. I am in a precarious seating position so that I can remain fully alert during these streams. And then I have to get into a perfect reading voice and ugh, ugh. And the thing is, I also get cramps in my legs really, really easily. So I have to focus on that because once I get a single cramp, I'm out of commission for like 5 whole minutes, and that's not content. If there was like 7,000 people to laugh at me, then it would be content. It would be insane content. It would be so funny.
A full adult now, I returned from the capital a changed man. Yet, my hometown was not the same as I had left it. Fate had difficult times in store for all of us.
This was one of the shorter ones. Oh. Peacetime. Alright, what we got? It's peacetime, baby. A note from underground. The carriage makes its way along the road. You see the land of Magra through the window, empty and desiccated by ancient magic. That was so poorly read. I'm so sorry. Is my deezer causing discomfort? Let's see. Let me just re-listen to the stream. Yeah, I think it's okay actually. I just have to be careful. Yeah. Alright, actually, is the stream loud enough? I think it's should be fine, right? Let's just turn up everything just a little. Including me. Alright. Okay, so now everything should be a notch higher so that the stream can be a little comfortable volume. The carriage makes its way along the road. You see the land of Magra through the window, empty and desiccated by ancient magic. Your home, Anazote, is but a few hours away along this road. The carriage is stuffy and hot from the sun, even with the thick blinds pulled tight. It is a familiar heat, but you will now need to get used to it again. The heat weighs heavily on you, but it also reminds you of your childhood. You will see your family again soon. How will they react to you? Will they accept you after you betrayed their hopes and their trust? You're back in your native province. You will be home soon, but you are no longer the boy who took this very road to the capital 4 years ago. But who are you now? A clandestine outlaw? A rebel? Or an agent of the secret chancellery? What future awaits you now? Can you get your freedom back? Can you save everything you hold dear? To drive away the worries about your new life and new destiny, you reread Sophia's letter yet again. I'm glad you didn't do anything stupid and chose to seize your chance for freedom, Bronte. I'll go to Anazote a week after you. Both of us coming back at the same time might attract unwanted attention. It's best if nobody even knows we have anything to do with each other. We'll find an excuse for our frequent meetings later. You should go home and reconnect with your family. Don't draw any attention. Keep your head down. Don't leave that old house of yours. When the time comes, I'll find you. Tell everyone you're planning to open a print shop. Find a building to rent for it, someplace far from prying eyes. It'll be our underground headquarters. I'll tell you more about our mission when we meet. That's all. You put the letter back in your pocket. The walls of Anazote have finally emerged on the horizon. Before you do anything else, you are going home. Okay. Only one of them will happen. Glory to the Empire. Okay, so Glory to the Empire, the Free City, Master of Anazote, the Last Straws Riot, a Farewell Advisor, Free Man, True Death. Okay. One sec. Still. One moment. I'm just changing a few of my mic settings because it sounds a little high on my side. I just need to correct it just ever so slightly. 5, yeah? 5? Cool. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry, I touched something that I should not have touched. There you go. Should be fine. Right? Once again, sorry about that. Well, this, I'm still doing it, so. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And there we go. Alright, good. I'm not gonna hover over any of these so that I don't spoil myself. But literally only one of these will happen. The most important events that may happen to the House of Bronte at the end of this chapter. More than one of these can happen. I would prefer if the family doesn't fall apart. And I can't be bothered to be ennobled by the sword. Events that can happen to the Bronte family in this chapter. Ah, fuck. No, 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 no. I can't read those. Jesus Christ. Even covering them is not good. Occupation, huh? Discontent represents how rebellious the commoners of the province are, and how ready they are to fight for their rights. Spy network, huh? Your covert city-wide network of spies and informants. It determines the influence of the secret chancellery in the city of Anazote. Yeah, I want to fucking send that straight to 0. Cool, good to know. This one, yeah, I want that to be as high as possible. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let us make this huge. Homecoming. The carriage stops. The familiar gate, your bedroom window, the same one you used to climb out of at night from time to time. The well-tended garden and its imported soil, delightful greenery, and mother's beloved velvet irises. The porch you used to jump off when you were little. You are home. You touch the handle of the front door and halt for a moment. It has been 4 years since you left for Eterna, but it feels like yesterday. The air inside is cool as usual. Father cannot stand a stuffy room and insists on constantly airing out the house. Inside the house, the first thing you hear is the sound of someone running out of the library. Your sister Gloria appears and immediately throws her arms around you. Her joy is so strong you barely manage to stay on your feet. Gloria is dressed in men's clothing, including culottes, a frock coat, and a necktie with a massive pin. She is almost unrecognizable in her new attire. There are dark circles under her eyes, as though from lack of sleep, or frequent crying, or frequent tears. Brother, I've been waiting for you for so long. I'm proud to see you've chosen your own path and decided to live the way you want. You're actually going to open your own print shop. You're going to print books, even poetry. Speaking of poetry, from the inner pocket of your jacket, you produce a small book bound in soft black leather. Gloria gingerly accepts your gift. She notices the author's name, Char Milanitis, on the cover and knits her brow. But after quickly flipping through the pages, she showers you with gratitude. I thought Milanitis was just a warlock. I had no idea he wrote poetry. How fascinating. I'm going to read it all from cover to cover. Mother comes out of the sitting room, leaning on Nathan's arm. You immediately see signs of the illness mentioned in the letters from home. Her back is bent, her hair is gray. A thin web of wrinkles covers her face, and her complexion has lost its color. She slowly embraces you. Her arms feel nearly weightless. You press your face into her shoulder, breathing in the nearly forgotten, dearly beloved smell. Mother holds you by the shoulders and studies you for a long time. You've been away so long, son. It's such a shame your journey was in vain. You didn't become a judge or even a priest. I guess it's your fate to bear your lot until the very end. But you'll endure it. That's how I raised you. Nathan approaches you after Mother. Your younger brother is the same height as you now. His hair almost reaches his shoulders, but he still has the same lost look in his eyes he had when he was a boy. It's good to see you, brother. Home just hasn't been the same without you. Who cares about your estate, right? I'm just glad you're here with us again. Indifferent, huh? You pat Nathan on the back. Loud footsteps echo down the stairs. Stefan appears. His shoulders have grown broader, and his features have become harsher, just like grandfather's. He stares you and Nathan down with contempt, his arms crossed on his chest. Welcome back, commoner. I'd hope you'd become my equal, but apparently you just didn't have it in you. I guess you're no better than Nathan. I can only hope you'll know your place from now on. Why did father even send you to the capital in the first place? Fucking rats, yo. God. I hate this guy so fucking much. As Stefan says these words, you see father appear from his study. He looks older now. His back is hunched, and he squints. There are deep lines around his mouth and silver threads in his dark hair and mustache. He stops a few steps away and examines you from head to toe. He does not say a word, shaking his head slowly. You explain yourself to father. This was the only path you could have taken. College and the judge's calling were not for you. However, your time in the capital was not spent in vain. You made many influential friends there, and now you plan to open a print shop in Anazote and make a good living. You do your very best to make this sound convincing. No one can ever see through your cover story. When I sent my son to the capital, I expected him to return a nobleman. But the man who stands before me is a commoner, a merchant, an artisan. I had such high hopes for you, but our family's future rests in Stefan's hands now. Oh well, I've had enough time to make my peace with this. You're still a member of this house. We'll see how your shop fares. Perhaps you can still find a way to contribute to the Bronte household. He lets out a bitter chuckle. Then after a pause, father spreads his arms wide to embrace you. You're finally home, my son. Well then, time for dinner. Your mother has prepared a veritable feast in your honor. For the first time in years, your entire family shares a meal at the same table. Oh. So I can talk with Stefan, which no, I really don't want to do that at all, actually. uh, hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Do I wanna? I think I should just find out how Mother is doing, because I'm curious. You cautiously ask Mother about her health over dinner. Oh, it's nothing, Alex. I have no complaints. I've just been a little weak lately. It happens at my age. I humbly accept whatever fate the twins have chosen for me. Having said this, she stops abruptly and looks upward. Father cuts in. You know, son, you should tell us about your life in the capital. What gave you the idea to open a print shop? You mentioned in one of your letters that you've seen the Imperial family with your own eyes. What are the Tempests like? You have to relate the 4 years you spent in Eterna, carefully omitting anything that might reveal your secret mission. Only later that night, while talking to Nathan on the back porch, do you learn more about Mother's health. I'll be frank with you. Mother isn't doing so well. Gloria and I do our best not to leave her alone. You can ask her questions, but her answers often don't make sense. She keeps falling silent in the middle of a conversation like she did today. Her illness is consuming her. You know, if Mother passes, she may not be reborn. I dread to think what will become of Father then. And of Gloria. Gloria has had it hard too lately. Stefan had treated her like dirt for the last year. I think he plans to drive her out of the house so her origins won't take the Bronte reputation anymore. Stefan only cares about one thing now. Getting our family ennobled by the sword. So for him, Gloria is just an obstacle between him and his goal. You spend some time in silence, gazing at the radiant stripe of the shining pillar as it grows more and more luminous against the darkening sky. The Bronte family is about to face some challenging times. Sorry, give me 1 second. I forgot. After that yawn, it wisened me up to the fact that I need an energy drink. 1 sec, sorry. Let me just. I'm not gonna mute. Listen to me clatter around my room. Alright. So let's go. Let's go. Ooh. There we go. None of these noises should be very loud, so you'll be fine. I don't want to interrupt the mood with loud noises. I am a proper ASMR streamer. I wonder what it would even be like, me doing an ASMR stream. I'm not a big fan of it. Well, I guess it's not really fan, it's just that I don't consume it. Some of them are good. I don't consume it very often, that is. I'm not gonna say that I've never once watched one. That would simply be false. But yeah. Wonder what I would do. because that is like insanely intense. This might actually get a little loud. Let me just. I hope it's not loud. Alright, but yeah. I understand that that is like a whole different beast. And a whole different demon, I tell you. But what can you do or something? I'm not trolling, I am Boxy, you see. This is also not the first time I've talked about Boxy on stream. Where's my... Here it is. Alright. Our relations with Lydia is at an all-time high. And Stefan is still a dick. And we are at -3 and I have no intention of making that motherfucker feel loved. I tell you what. No intention indeed. Alright. There we go. After several days of searching and inquiring, you find a suitable location for the print shop. You choose a 2-story building on a dead-end street away from any pedestrian thoroughfare or thoroughfares, right next to the city's outer wall. Spacious and sturdy. It is more than enough space for the printing press and workbenches. The basement is dry and the windows are too tiny to peek through. It's the perfect location for a clandestine headquarters. It is quite a place. Sorry. I am folding up so that I can be the streamer that I plan to be. Ow. Okay. Alright. You inspect the rooms. This corner will be good for the typesetting area, and the shelves of ink can go over there. Before you finish, Sophia knocks on the door. Once inside, she casts a glance over the rooms and walls and chuckles with approval. This is just what we need, Bronte. A perfect location. I couldn't have found anything better myself. Guess the capital taught you well. I'm glad to see I was right about you. This job will be a lot easier with your help. Sophia brushes a layer of dirt from an old wooden crate and then lights her pipe as she sits. So, how about I tell you what you and I are up to in this town, eh? Remember what we did in the capital? Well, we're gonna do the same trick here in Anazote. That's our mission. Philippe wants us to found an underground society here. Anybody who wants to rebel and riot, we'll let them join. We'll also keep them in check and use them to do whatever the secret chancellery says. I still don't know everything Philippe's planning yet, but I can tell you he was real angry about how the Inquisition cast all the dirt we dug up on Patriarch Junius to the Four Winds. Here in Anazote, Philippe wants the real deal. You frown. The real deal? What's that supposed to mean? It means you and I have to find all the troublemakers in this town and take charge of them. Anybody who's willing to fight for their rights, we turn them into an organized force under our command. And then we'll use them to do whatever Philippe wants. Philippe wants to take the city in his own hands. He needs disorder, little disturbances and riots, enough unrest so there's always an excuse to arrest folks whenever they need to. But Philippe always has to be in control. This is the secret chancellery's way. As long as the streets are restless, everybody, especially the overseer, will keep thinking good old Sir Felipe El Ferro is a real useful friend to have. Savior of the Empire and all that. Their last bulwark against the rabble-rousers. The more riots and unrest we incite, the stronger our underground force will become, and the stronger the secret chancellery will get. Once the people are shouting in the squares, the prefecture and the magistrates will be powerless, and our buddy Felipe will pick up the slack. You're following so far? You nod. So you're supposed to incite unrest? Is that all you have to do? It's just the beginning. Philippe also wants the Lesser Quorum broken up at some point in the future. It's full of folks who don't like the way things are done in the Empire. But the Empire is lucky for now. The Lesser Quorum spends too much time bickering and not enough time trying to work together. That'll work in our favor. So by the time Felipe wants to blackmail the Lesser Quorum, we need to have our own underground network, and it's gotta be big enough for his needs. We'll frame Quorum members, gather accusations, plant agents, stuff like that. In other words, we'll do the secret chancellery's dirty work for them. Now let's get down to business. Here in Anazote there are some big shots who are opposing the Imperial Order. We need to do our best to exploit them for our cause. If we're lucky enough, maybe we can even get them on our side. Why is Sophia so eager to play to the secret chancellery? I don't get it. Isn't she trying to change it all? Sophia starts counting on her fingers. Number 1 on my list is Augustine Elborn, prefect of Magra. He's almost a relative to you, isn't he? When Gaius Tempus first appointed overseer of Magra, he was the only member of the provincial council who openly supported him. Elborn is one of the most powerful nobles in Magra, but he has always protected the common folk. He could be our main ally, or a real dangerous enemy. The second fellow worth mentioning is Meyer Egmont, leader of the wealthy commoners in the Lesser Quorum. He's an old merchant who got rich mining silver and managed to weasel his way into provincial politics. As a commoner, sorry. Hiccups. But like, silent ones. We need to ensure Egmont's support as soon as possible. He's rich, powerful, and will be useful to our cause. Last on my list is Father Leonard. He's the abbot of the Temple of the Silver Tree, and the local spiritual leader of the New Believers. Right now, lots of Magran commoners are rejecting Isatius' teachings of the Lots, and it's all thanks to Leonard and his influence. If these folks have managed to cast off one burden, it should be easy to talk them into rejecting another one. Okay, I don't get it. What side is she on? Did they actually have a name? The Last Straw? What the fuck? What? What the fuck? I don't get it. Okay, so she's still on for the revolution, yes? So then why is she so eager to please Philippe? Is there like a plan going on? Is there something that she's not telling me? Sophia taps her pipe against the crate, knocking the remaining tobacco onto the floor. One more thing, Bronte. We're gonna be manipulating people. I'm talking lies, half-truths, using and exploiting folks, you name it. And we need to get them to follow us. That's a tough thing to do. People can smell phonies a mile away. So we have to believe everything we say. I mean really believe it from the bottom of our hearts. If you aren't ready to die for your cause, why expect it from other folks? But you also have to remember who we're really doing all of this for. She trails off. You wait a moment, then ask Sophia why she has agreed to do this. Why is she working for Philippe? Can't she run from him? Or use her magic to subdue him? Sophia's deep eyes focus all their attention on you. The merciless Mogren's sun fills the room through the narrow window. Reflected in her eyes, a multitude of yellow sparks. You think I've never tried it, Bronte? Don't be naive. Magic will not help me to bring Felipe down. When I use my power, you notice it quickly, and Felipe notices it even faster. If I try to enchant him ever again, I'll be collared and sent back to the House of Humility. I'm never going back there again. Not ever. As for escaping, there's no hiding from the Secret Chancellery. Sooner or later, they will find me. The Empire is absolute. The Empire is eternal. The Empire is everywhere. We're all in the same cage. There's no way out of it. And so it will be as long as the Empire still stands. So forget about running away. If you want to get out of this alive, just do what I tell you. Trust me, and I'll take care of you. Now let's talk about your next step. We need to shore up our cover story. Make sure it doesn't fall apart the first time Gendarmes take a closer look at it. Get this print shop to work. You need employees. Let's see. You're good at picking the right people. Just as good as me. So you'll do the hiring. Choose people who are loyal. People who do the job and keep their mouths shut. When Felipe gets here, we'll have to show him what we've accomplished so far. And you don't want to disappoint him, so you'd better get cracking. We've got a lot of work to do. And with that, Sophia nods to you and leaves. You're left alone to pace the room of your future print shop and think. What will you do first? Alright, so we can hire rebels. You look for people who are dissatisfied with the Imperial Order and determined to fight for their rights. Unrest will go up by 1. Hire spies, moles, and crooks. You look for people who are willing to get their hands dirty without asking too many questions. Oh. You can commit to the printing business. You invest more into the print shop and hire skilled laborers in order to transform your cover story into a proper business. Okay. Willpower will go up. That's not particularly useful. My family's wealth will go down. Why the fuck? I thought we had money from Felipe. Why the fuck is our family's wealth going down? But we will get to Destiny a profitable business. Which I don't think that's conducive to the rebellion. I think that's like you've settled now. I don't think I'm gonna go with that. So it's either hire rebels or hire spies, moles, and crooks. I don't know. I don't think I care. I'm just gonna hire the crooks and spies. If there is one thing the Capital and the Lotless have taught you, it's how to find the right sort of people. People who are willing to get their hands dirty. People who are ready to spy, follow, intimidate, steal, and break into other people's homes. All without asking too many questions. Let me take a sip of subs. I think I'm gonna just polish it off. Give me one sec. Okay, that was actually a lot more than I thought it was. Sorry. Like, I kept drinking. I thought it was only a little, and then I just kept drinking and then drinking and then drinking, and it was like fucking a lot. I've never been a good judge of things with my eyes. Like, I can see very far, but that's about it. Yeah, guys, I have above average vision. Ooh. It's all in my genes. Except that everyone in my family wears glasses. Here in Anazote, there are plenty of people like that. Even more than in the capital. There are many reasons for this. Archduke Milanitis and Overseer Gaius Tempus both try to assert their rule. The lesser quorums struggle against Magistrate Elvarman. The clash between the two fates, it has all served to make the people of the city more desperate than ever. You begin hiring people who make sense to you. These are people who can and will do the job if the price is right. All it takes to earn their loyalty is money. You do not need to entrust them with much information. They ask few questions and do what they're told. Even if they get caught, they will never tell anyone anything that might harm you. You know that you will hang on tight to this kind of job. Some have to pay off gambling debts. Others owe a small fortune to loan sharks. Still others need a place to hide from the law. For the promise of coin, they will do whatever you ask, in and out of the print shop, and for the right price. Any single one of them will break the law without a second thought. Okay. I don't know, man. The description on them, they seem like my kind of people, but not like I'm some kind of rebel, some rebel soldier. More like more like just people that I would associate. That's not right either. I'm gonna shut up now. I don't. No, idolize isn't the right word either. I don't know, man. I don't know. Give me 1 second. I need to adjust my eye tracking. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna disappear for a moment. Okay, and okay. I think I'm fine now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Where's my face? There I am. Hi. You come back after a short stroll through the city. As soon as you set foot in the house, you are greeted by Stefan, who invites you to have a talk in Father's office. Son, Stefan and I must discuss an important matter with you. While you were in the capital, our family formally petitioned the Overseer to grant us the nobility of the sword. We have 3 generations of noble blood already. We have the right to make our nobility hereditary. Your grandfather took the first steps toward the nobility of the sword as soon as Stefan was born, and now we are on the brink of becoming the El Brontes. If Overseer Gaius Tempus and the nobles of the province deem us worthy, you will receive a hereditary title. All nobles of the Bronte family will remain nobles forever, as will their descendants. Father and I do our utmost to maintain the family's position, but our goal can be reached only if our reputation remains unblemished in the eyes of high society. The nobility is watching our every step. Father lays a hand on your shoulder. Now this is your cause too. The future of our family depends on it. We need an estimable reputation and wealth. Estimable. Everyone bearing the name of Bronte affects it. Remember that with every action you take, Alex. You will have to appear before Anazote High Society. We're going to host a reception for the nobility at our home soon. You must uphold the honor of our family, brother. You'll relate the news from Eterna to our guests and present yourself in a favorable light. With Stefan at the helm, the entire family spends a full week preparing for the majestic reception. The house is flooded with decorations and new tableware. Delicacies are cooking in the kitchen around the clock, and the napkins now bear an embroidered oak branch in chains, the Bronte family crest. Gloria is the only one to neglect the common cause. Sorry, I'm switching my legs. Were it up to me, I wouldn't be seen at this hypocritical gathering, but I don't want to let Sir Robert down. He's the only reason I plan to stay for the event. The evening for the reception has come. Dignified, what the fuck did I just say? Dignified conversations and the clinking of glasses fill the house. Among your guests are many highborn, powerful people. Your father and Stefan dance from guest to guest, making sure no one is overlooked. Young Alex, how splendid to see you. So, what was your time in the capital like? Exchange pleasantries with a high-placed relative. Meanwhile, Gloria and Mother spend the evening on a settee by the wall without drawing any attention. Neither your father nor your elder brother introduced them to the noble guests. Still, one of the guests, a young nobleman of the sword named Jose L. Pelletier, keeps staring at Gloria in fascination. Your sister averts her eyes, bemused. Lady Gloria, you are the true gem of the evening. You look so marvelously daring. I haven't seen your like even in the capital. When you walk past Gloria, you hear her hurried whisper, Alex, please talk to me. This Sir L. Pelletier keeps following me. I feel uneasy. What does he want from me? I'm just a lowly commoner. Come with me to the other side of the room. Although I probably still stand out among all these refined nobles. Look, it's Durante the painter. I wonder what's brought him so far from the capital. It would be fabulous if he could paint our family portrait. We should all be on canvas together. We're one big happy family after all. Wine glasses in hand, you cast a look across the crowded room. It is time to choose how you will spend the evening. Okay. I did not get victory in the tournament, so whatever. I could either purchase a family portrait. Wealth will go down, reputation will go up, unity will go up, and my manipulation and eloquence will also go up. Present your mother and sister. Oh. This one has the least downsides. Eloquence is irrelevant to me. The wealth is kind of... I think 5 is low, isn't it? Moderate means, yeah. We are not particularly high up on the wealth chain. I think I'm going to refrain from lowering the wealth any further. As much as I really don't want to deal with Stefan, I'm going to just this once, we are going to increase our reputation with Stefan. Fucking rats. Fucking garbage human being, I tell you what. As you approach Stefan, he links elbows with you and leads you to the most prestigious place by the table, where the most eminent of the guests are seated. May I present to you my younger brother, Alex Bronte, He just returned from the capital. Alex, why don't you entertain our guests with the latest news from Eterna? Aren't half of them from Eterna? You make a courtly introduction and describe recent noteworthy events in the capital. The celebration of the heir's coming of age, the attempt by Gaius Tempest to enshrine in law the rights of nobles of the mantle, Patriarch Luke's sermon. The nobles inquire about the customs and sentiments of the capital. Is it true that the wealthy commoners of Eterna do not acknowledge the authority of the nobles? Or that the adherents of the new fate openly denounce the lots? You describe the state of affairs in the capital in a delicate manner so as not to antagonize our guests. Yes, there are plenty of liberties taken in Eterna, but you can attest to the fact that the Empire still rules with a firm hand and maintains order. More and more listeners gather around you. They plunge into a heated discussion. Will the wave of change reach our province? Sorry. What awaits our homeland under the rule of the new overseer Gaius Tempest? The guests agree that the nobles of the province have some tough times ahead of them, but worthy families like the Brontes give them hope. Excellent, brother. You have shown yourself and our family in a favorable light. Moreover, you managed not to distress our guests with alarming news. The night was a success. Ooh, our reputation is going up. Why is it so fucking low? What the hell? What the fuck? I was not paying attention. I didn't know our reputation was literally at rock bottom. Oh, good thing I did that. Jesus. The Bronte home has been uneasy for several months now. With father traveling all over the province for his judicial duties, the animosity between Stefan and Gloria has grown into a full-blown feud. Could you fuckers just, like, not? Like, how about you just don't do that, huh? Huh? Please? Your elder brother tries to use his position as heir to keep her sister in check and make her behave in accordance with her estate. Gloria repudiates his authority. Their fights rock the house on a daily basis. Eventually, after returning from his latest trip, Father gathers Stefan, Gloria, Nathan, and you in his office. His somber look portends a difficult conversation. Stefan gazes at his father defiantly. Gloria is poised to lash out and run away. Nathan quietly keeps his to the side. Children, for a long time now, our family has been striving to become nobles of the sword. Every noble member of the Bronte family will gain a hereditary title. This is your grandfather's dying wish. Gloria sighs loudly. Then why am I here, Sir Robert? She's right. This is a Bronte matter. Wait until I finish, Stefan. I am still the head of this household. If you are truly so concerned about honor, show your father some respect. It can't be helped. Not all of us are noble. But now we must be united as never before. We must work together to protect the reputation and wealth of this family. But you, Stefan, perpetually humiliate Gloria. Father, all I'm trying to do is put her in her place. You know perfectly well the consequences of any attention Gloria might attract. Our every step is being observed. The nobles will make pariah of our family for all eternity if they remember Gloria's filthy origins and your reckless marriage to Lydia. Father turns red in the face, but with considerable effort he remains composed. That is so. Our grandfather did everything in his power to remedy your mistakes. Please, Father, do not repeat them. Gloria speaks up. I'm just trying to live, Sir Robert. But Stefan wants to lock me in a cage so nobody will ever lay eyes on me. That's not it at all. You are lowborn, but you don't live by your lot. You do whatever takes your fancy. You're constantly grumbling about the order of things. Do you know, Father, that she defies all prohibitions by continuing to write poetry? As far as you're concerned, anyone who contradicts you is as an insurgent. When will you grasp the idea that you may not argue with a nobleman? I am the heir to this family, and my word is your law. Purple with rage, Father slams his fist on the table. It's rare to see him so furious. Both your elder brother and sister instantly fall silent, frightened. Nathan shrinks into a corner. Hold your tongues, the both of you. Let Alex speak. You have witnessed their quarrels. He should know best which of you is in the right. Oh, shit. Side with Gloria. Side with Stefan. Gloria -1, Unity -1. Why the fuck would I do this then? Gloria must stop bringing shame to your family by defying her lot. It's literally just negatives. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. My wealth is going to go down. This is literally the only option I can choose. Because everything else is just... hey, how would you like a penalty? Or maybe a penalty? Or maybe a penalty? Or maybe a penalty? Fucking bastards. Fine. I'm going to have to send her to... Alright, I'm going to send Gloria to Valone. You persuade Gloria to go on a trip somewhere far away from Stefan. This will help them bury the hatchet. I can't be bothered with these morons. You take a conciliatory tone. You note that the tempers are running too high. Your siblings would benefit from spending some time apart. They need to cool off. Then try to settle their differences. From what you hear, the town of Valona and in the southern part of the province has an excellent resort with healing springs. What if Gloria took a vacation there for a month to improve her health and have some rest by the sea? Gloria shakes her head hesitantly. Are you trying to get rid of me, Alex? So I won't be in your way? What am I supposed to do in some twins forsaken spa? You're supposed to fucking relax. You are supposed to relax, okay? Is that so hard? Is it so hard to just take a breather? It's not manipulation. I just want you to take a breather away from the fucking devil, Stefan, so that we can all get along. You patiently explain to Gloria that she'll be able to enjoy some time reading. What the hell, reading? I regressed back into my accent. You patiently explain to Gloria that she'll be able to enjoy some reading, find inspiration in contemplating the waves, and ponder on her future. And then, when she comes back, she and Stefan will calmly discuss their issues. Finally, Gloria gives in. Give me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom. One sec. It truly is imperative that I get up and move around. Because folding my legs up is really just like not like enough to keep me awake through the rain, the comfortable temperatures, so that my throat doesn't get too dry, and my own reading voice that is playing back into my head through my headphones. Not to suck my own dick or anything. Let's take a sip of water. And I have sweets with me, just in case. Let me take oh, actually, now that I think about it, I'm reading. How can I suck on candy? I'm truly one of the streamers of all time. A trip to Valona will be costly. I'd like to know who will pay for it. Speaking first and foremost to your father, you argue that peace in your family is worth any expense. The two of you should indeed spend some time away from each other. Let it be as you suggested. Alex and Gloria, start packing. Stefan, please send a note to Valona and hire a carriage for your sister. Gloria reluctantly heads off to the coast. The trip forces your family to spend a hefty sum, but without the constant bickering of your brother and sister, the tension at home quickly dissolves. With no need to keep an eye on Gloria, Stefan devotes himself to Anazote's social life. Gloria returns surprisingly serene. After a month in Valona, her temper has mellowed for a time. She's engrossed in her own affairs and does not draw her brother's ire. Con artist. Clear speech. Am I a conspirator? What am I? I am a conspirator, yeah. Which of my stats are conspirator? Like, I have scheming, which is conspirator, and I have manipulation, which is conspirator. Okay, fucking, okay. Cool. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Actually, let me see. Let me see if this would work, actually. Can I pull it off? If not, I'll just not do this. Oh. Yeah, the candy rattling around in my mouth was actually kind of loud. So yeah, I'm gonna refrain from that. Unfortunate. So sad. I need to like do calibrations on my mouth tracking because that I think I just don't have very good mouth tracking because I'm using a webcam instead of an iPhone like all of the popular streamers do. An iPhone is $400, chat, so yeah, kill yourself. I'm not doing that. I'm going to steal one. I'm going to go on the internet. I'm going to find someone's house and I'm going to steal their iPhone. If my mouth tracking looks impeccable, then just know it's because I fucking stole someone's iPhone. The past few weeks in Anazote resembles your first few years in the capital. When you and Sophia were recruiting people to join the Lotless. You are so full of hope and ambition back then. Slowly you both begin to make useful friends and acquaintances in the city. Gendarmes, street peddlers, merchants, laborers, vagrants, and each of them requires a unique approach. The techniques you used in Eterna work here as well. You look for people in need, plan secret meetings, and make sure everything is secure. Sophia delivers one ardent speech after another, berating the Imperial Order. So far, only few people have stayed with you after these meetings. You have to hunt for each new member all over our city. Commoners are too afraid. Only the most desperate or insane are ready to join you. There are two members in particular who stand out. One is a Father Fawn, a creaky old priest with fire in his eyes. He introduces himself as a commoner who has chosen the preacher's path. Does that mean he's a new believer? Fawad. Fawad? Fawad scoffs at the question. I'll put it this way. The only words that are true are those that the twins tell you themselves. And I've heard their voice plenty. The priests who just cook up some nonsense and call it divine law, they're either crooks or fools, all of them. And Asatius is the biggest crook and fool of them all. Had he lived in any other city in the Empire, he would already have been burned at the stake for these words. But here in Anazote, God freely preaches in various taverns and squares. Moreover, the old man is well educated, so you hire him as a typesetter, and even let him sleep in the storerooms. When the time comes to assemble a mob or spread some rumors, you'll surely come in handy. The other is Alida Serene, who works at the print shop as a bookbinder. The quiet and innocuous young woman. She nevertheless believes in your words and your struggle with all her heart, and her innocent appearance hides an ardent will. Why would she choose to fight against the Empire? When Alida explains, you do not expect to hear cold steel in her voice. My sister was hanged in Eterna after the trial of the 50. I know I might sound like a weepy little girl, but I'm not looking for pity. I just want her murderers to hang. That's all. Sophia's speeches are always brimming with Sophia's speeches are always brimming with passion and sincerity. She speaks out against the injustice of the Empire, calls for people to fight with such intensity that sometimes you find yourself getting swept up by her words, nodding along with the rest. When she speaks, Felipe's plans and the secret chancellery disappear, replaced by a vision of a new world where justice and freedom reign. Oh wow, okay. It's actually getting kind of chilly in here. Let me turn down my fan. Like I said before, I need to get up every few minutes or else I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Wha- Hey. Hi. Again. Okay. But this illusion passes every time. And when it does, the truth about your conspiracy always feels more crushing than ever. You gave all the employees a day off today. Sir Felipe Alfaro is coming to Anazote. Your print shop is the first place he will visit. Sophia stuffs tobacco into her pipe over and over again, trying to look calm behind the smoke. You hear the sound of hooves and wheels on cobblestones. A carriage comes to a halt outside. A man walks past the windows and knocks at the heavy front door with the handle of his cane. You open it hurriedly. Felipe is not alone. He is accompanied by a man with sinewy arms and a face of a predator. Once inside, Secret Chancellery Advisor slowly takes off his cloak and inspects the premise with care. Sophia was right. Excellent choice. Well done, Bronte. I had my doubts about you, but those doubts are gradually being eased. You are indeed a man of many talents. Speaking of talents, allow me to introduce you to Oliver Moss, an old friend of mine. I brought him all the way from Eterna to help you out. His skills are even more unusual than yours, Bronte. It's amazing how much a person can learn to do when he's well paid. Oliver grins at Felipe's words. A toothy smile cuts through his face like a gruesome scar. You flatter me, Sir Felipe, but you're right. Coin works wonders. Felipe chuckles at that, produces a small flask from a pocket and takes a little sip. But you, Sophia, you disappoint me. I expected to see a functioning organization. But I am told that what you have here is not a secret society, but a miserable rabble of the worst people in the city. Just look at this self-proclaimed priest Fod. We are in Anazote, this hotbed of heresy and rebellious ideas. How come you aren't able to find skillful conspirators here? Ugh. I forgot to fold up. There you go. I need a nice little revolt that's easy to suppress. I need a network of spies to dig up dirt on anyone who might stand in our way. Is it too much to ask? You did this job perfectly well in Eterna. What's the matter, Sophia? Can't you do the same thing again? What a fucking dick, yo. Sir Felipe, Bronte and I are going out of our way to get more people into our ranks. But things are not looking too good for us right now. The province has a new overseer. Oh, sorry. Citizens are hopeful. They expect change. So the only people who come to us are from the very bottom of life. This rabble is dangerous. They will ruin my plan and they will bring you and Bronte to the gallows. And this time I won't be able to do anything for you. Get rid of them and find conspirators who can be trusted with real work. I have too many enemies here in Anazote. The local magistrate alone is a huge thorn in my side. You have to act faster. Time is of the essence. Okay. Or maybe you have more important things to do than serving the Empire? We are doing everything in our power, Sir Felipe, but in order to prepare your plan, we must recruit as many people as possible, and this is what we are doing. Don't try my patience, Sophia. I said get rid of the rabble, find the real conspirators, carefully vet each and every one of them. Sophia lowers her head, unable to further argue with the powerful advisor. Felipe suddenly turns to you. Bronte, you're the main recruiter of the society. What do you say? Can you do this job for me? So I could increase the spy network and gain more willpower. But for that, I would have to reduce my... Nah, we have 4, okay? But we can afford to lose one. Actually, I don't know. Do we want to increase the spy network? That means that Felipe is going to be in charge, yeah? I mean, we can still crush him back down. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, Felipe's reign. I feel like we could still do it even if we agree with Felipe. The side with Sophia right now is just so excessive. I think it's okay if we lose one with her. For the sake of stats. For stats. Okay. Sorry. You readily answer that you will follow Sir Felipe's orders. It's dangerous and stupid to recruit strangers without any vetting. You will make every effort to select only skilled and reliable conspirators. You and Sophia made a mistake, but you will fix it. Sophia scoffs at that. Sir Alfaro, however, pats you on the shoulders. Well said, Bronte. We'll do just that. As for you, Sophia, I don't suggest testing my patience any further. You're one step away from breaking the horse's back. So speaking of straws, what the hell? I believe your secret society still needs a name, right? The last straw will do just fine. It's cheap, grim, pompous. The lowborn are like it. What a guy. Right. Whatever. I can't even be bothered. Oliver, I'm leaving you in the care of our rebels. Show them how real secret chancery agents get things done. I'm yawning so much I'm gonna have to kill the stream at the 2-hour mark. Sorry. It's kind of just over for me. Next time I'm gonna sleep prior. Don't worry about the crunching noises. Make them smaller so they don't clack around too much. So let me just fucking chew them all. Into nothingness. Yeah, this was a bad idea. I'm gonna get a toothache. Hmm? Okay. There you go. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright. Felipe downs the last of his flask and walks out of the print shop. Sophia follows him without saying a word. You are left alone with Oliver. He looks you over. We're gonna get along just fine, Bronte. Don't you worry. And so the spy network gets even more spy. I think we could stop it at your people are everywhere. I don't know. Something about it being Felipe's reign is cringe. We're prepared for anything. The last straw is growing stronger by the day. More and more names are being added to your list of potential recruits. Dress fancy tomorrow, Bronte, but don't look too rich. We're going to a salon, a gathering of young poets. They're all commoners, mostly new believers, so they think they aren't defying their lots by writing poetry. This will be our first meeting. I say we take a gander. Who knows? It could be useful. You go to a small building in the very heart of the city. The first floor was once a tavern, but it has been converted into a stage with benches for the audience. The place is crowded and noisy. Those who cannot find a seat squeeze into the spaces between the benches. You and Sophia sit in the back corners, far away from each other. A young man in a threadbare jacket makes an announcement. Welcome to our first weekly gathering of the Anazote Poetry Society. The poets are all young men and women. They take turns walking up to the stage from the benches to read a poem or two of their own creation. They look humble and shy at first, but as they declaim their stanzas, their voices ring with sudden strength and daring fervor. Enticing. A mighty giant with his head held high, his heavy thread, his trained and measured stride. He's an effigy of low-born life, with naught but chaff and rags and dust inside. But low-born labor granted food and clothing. It is indeed a terrifying sight. But look behind his eyes and you will find not grandeur or renown, but fear and loathing. Behold, the azure skin, the red contempt. Their past long turned to ashes, their blue blood bled. Their majesty in flames, their mantles rent, enconced in diamond, white and rubies. What the fuck does that mean? Enconced? The glimmering giant rots, his essence spent. The gems may glitter, but the husk is dead. The poems recited on stage display exceptional variety. Rhymed couplets, blank verse, short stanzas, lengthy cantos, pathos-laden ballads, vulgar screeds, humorous epigrams, scathing tirades. But in each and every voice you hear the same pain and same weary ache, born of servitude, the gnawing grievance with its blood. Okay. Dreams of another destiny, another life, another existence. A commoner. The word is like a brand. The twins themselves once told me to be silent. I want to scream, I can't take this anymore. The misery around me knows no end. The gentry just beat us and demean us, the young, the old, the poor, the sick, and tired. They tread upon us, gazing at the heavens, that fed upon our sweet-soaked sacrifice. Every poem fills the room with loud applause. Every line resounds in people's hearts. This much is clear from their faces. Some mark Evan's word. Sorry, I need to take another walk. One sec. So again, I'm back. There we go. You'll be crumpled up in me chair. Every line resounds in people's hearts. This much is clear from their faces. Some mark every word and verse with a nod, while others cannot hold back tears. With the zeal of preachers guiding their flock to their lots, these young poets chastise the ills of worldly life with every word they utter. Do join in the applause. Like it or not, their poetry hits home. Some of the poems are crafted so well you find yourself eager to read them. This kind of poetry would be in great demand here in Anazote. Not a shame no print shop would agree to publish it. We have a print shop. We definitely have a print shop. I think we would be able to publish it. Later that night, you rejoined Sophia to discuss what you had seen. I've never heard anything like that before. I'm used to nursery rhymes and bawdy drinking songs, but this is something else. You cannot help but nod. The meetings was like a sermon, and the poet's words hit as hard and as true as a sacramental lash. And the audience, you recognize the look in their eyes. People look at Sophia just the same way every time she uses her magic. Thing is, they have no magic, but they can see the truth, and they talk about it so well, you can't even stand it. Well, what can I say? I'm glad we went. Those kids could easily spark a riot with just a rhyme or two. But the question is, what are we supposed to do with them? It's a good question indeed. A difficult question. Those young poets are at their strongest when they speak from the heart. Trying to tame their ardor would be like playing with fire. You could recruit them, but it would not be easy to use them. If you cannot keep them in check, one day they will inevitably incite a rebellion. Maybe it would be wiser to nip this in the bud and put an end to their society right now. Secret Chancellery could easily deal with them, but... You can also report them to the prefecture. The gendarmes could take care of them in no time. Or maybe you can pass the case along to Father. It might do his career some good. Or perhaps this all seems so new, so unknown. Is there any other way we could harness this strange new force of nature? Our reputation is really low. My wealth is also sort of low. Oh, Gloria's Secret. Yeah, I'm gonna use Gloria's Secret as a destiny. Yeah, everything else is cringe, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to publish a book of their poetry. I like it. No, not Sophia. It's, I like Gloria, yeah, that's what it was. With a smile, you assure Sophia that you know a way to harness their youthful ardor. Oh yeah? Okay, do it then. In spite of her lowly lot, your sister has been writing poems and stories ever since she was a little girl. As Gloria grew up, she easily found like-minded friends, poetry-inclined commoners like her, and you saw a number of her friends on stage tonight. Now that you think about it, you have to expect Gloria to be there as well. I did too. Back home, you tell your sister how impressed you are by the Poetry Society. As the owner of your own print shop, maybe you can compile their work into a book of poetry. It would be the Empire's first book of poetry written by commoners. Well, you can turn a handsome profit and make the poets famous all over Magra. Could Gloria really tell? Alright, cool. You can turn a handsome profit and make the poets famous all over Magra. Could Gloria tell her friends about this idea? Well, I never thought you'd have the nerve to try something like this. Sure, I'll have a word with my friends. I'm not sure many of them will be interested. Okay. Yeah, I'm like partial to just ending it now at the next choice. I'm so tired, actually. But here's one thing. They'll never use their real names in the book. Otherwise, they'll get into trouble with the prefecture or the secret chancellery. Actually, are you sure this is a good idea? Do you really trust the people in your print shop? Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot. Maybe you should do all the work yourself at night. That way nobody will know. You'll have to distribute the books in secret too. You shouldn't put your freedom at stake for the sake of coin. Not to worry, you assure Gloria. You have thought of everything. The poets' real names and the origins of the book will remain a secret. I can't tell you how happy this makes me. There's so many talented poets in Anazote, and they never even hoped their works would see print. They'll treasure your gift forever. It does not take too long to get started. The compilation entitled The Voice of Anazote is soon ready. You and Chance. Okay. It does not take you too long to attend. To get started. The compilation entitled The Voice of Anazote is soon ready. You instruct Alida and other last straw spies to sell the books in secret all over the city. Will do, Alex. Will do, Alex. Sorry. When it comes to this job, young Alida is even more eager than ever. After all, many of the poems in the books are dedicated to the suffering of those who struggle against tyranny, including those who died in the Eterna after the trial of the 50. You sell several hundred copies in a matter of days and receive many copies to print more. Christ, I'm really fading. Actually, so sorry. Popular, rare, and banned by the authorities, the book turns a significant profit. You keep working on new print runs and sell them easily, even at 3 times the price of a normal book. The poems are quoted all over town. They are declaimed by young people in the streets and the square. Alright, I've had enough. I've had enough. This is fine. Wow, my manipulation is really high. But yeah, I'm gonna call this stream here, alright? Because, I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm so sleepy right now. Normally, my sleep schedule would allow for me to stream until like 4 in the morning, but unfortunately, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't think I had a particularly stressful day. I guess I did do things today, but I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm gonna try to, as per usual, I'm going to try to get some rest and then try to stream in the afternoon. And then I'm going to try my best to not disappoint you. And if I do disappoint you, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, beat me with a stick or something. But anyways, I will see you. Oh, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Good night. If you like to see fall, if you don't. I have to do that. Because I have no one here, and it makes me feel like I'm doing my job or something. Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, if anyone was here, I simply would never do it. Because that is cringe shilling. Shilling is for cringe losers. But don't tell anybody I said that. Especially not any powerful people. Or else they'll come in my DMs and they'll what in my DMs? Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. I'm going to go get some rest. So thank you for watching, and I will try my very best to get back to this before I go on my death march of work. Oh, I sure do love the death march. Ooh. Alright. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm so tired.